Alright, here we go. This is going to be part 2. Hello.
These are copious, far more so than the considerably abundant dome caps, and are characterized as variously solar positive, lunar negative, some centrifugal, some centripetal, in effect. Domes, dome caps, and line nodes were sequentially marked by ancient geomancies with stone circles, major temples, barrows and stone chambers, and single standing stones, then afterwards in the Christian ecclesiastical ascendancy, by churches. The entire geomantic panoply was once positioned carefully as a set of grid engineering instruments of spiritual science within this precise web of domes, dome caps, and line nodes, energy remains of which are today being detected, increasingly, by Earth Mysteries researchers, e.g., the British Dragon Project, directed by Paul Devereux, editor of The Lay Hunter. Remembered vaguely in myth, folklore, and local custom, these landscape temples, animated by domes, linked by dome lines, may be forgotten, but they haven't been closed down. Point 6. Furthermore, according to dome theory, on a planetary basis all the domes are linked by way of interwoven gold and silver lines which emanate like cords from their crowns, and these are joined together at one specific planetary node which is the grid's umbilicus and master dome. The gold and silver cords represent the balanced energy inputs of positive, negative, or male-female entering each dome. In popular mythology, this umbilical point is called King Arthur's Round Table of Camelot. The domes were brought to Earth to create a paradise for humankind. Each carried a light form, or seed crystal, of what was to be, both locally and globally, through the grid. Of these paradise crystals, some have been activated, but otherwise humankind has either not been aware of this divine potential or not bothered to make use of them to create the intended Earth paradise. The option, however, still remains. Because of their heightened electromagnetic fields, the dome enclosures were like immaculate, high-consciousness meditation halls where human awareness could be healed, uplifted, even interdimensionally transported through the domed exit points in the houses of the gods, facilitated by megalithic engineering. The Irish Brú Boyne, the house by the River Boyne known today as the Newgrange Tumulus, was the home of the Tuatha De Danann, the Irish deities, and often visited by intrepid humans seeking an audience with the gods. The domed coordination points in some cases contain psychic maps to the local esoteric geography. These maps are used to provide points of resonance, release, and deflection, 7, and include details of the local layout of domes, dome caps, line nodes, and dome lines and their energy consciousness ratings. The domes facilitate meditatively acquired insight into the planetary thought matrix, what Teilhard de Chardin calls the noosphere, which is present like a hologramic library in the energy field of each dome.
Now the noosphere is what's going on now with the this is let me show you something. This is based on the noosphere. See, this is the Mayan calendar. You look up what your birthday is. Like, see, my birthday, watch. Change the date. We'll go. You can get this for yourself, September 4th, 1979. That's my birthday. And it'll tell you what I am. White magnetic wizard. I unify in order to enchant. Attracting receptivity. I seal the output of timelessness with the magnetic tone of purpose. I am guided by my own power doubled. Magnets start on the top and go through like that. Lunar Scorpion Moon.
This is why the biblical Moses received the Pentateuch, or Torah, on Mount Sinai, which was a preeminent sacred domed mountain. Furthermore, true to Herm's principle of correspondence, and in a process of reciprocal inevitability, when the domes arrived, their terrific heat brought up a dome of water from underground, with its multidirectional web of water veins, both to cool the searing earth and to mirror the light dome above. Thus, even today, there are yang centrifugal light lines and domes above ground, and yin centripetal water lines and domes underground, etheric above, physical below. This is behind the phenomenon, constantly reported by dozens of anomalous, copious water networks coincident with sacred enclosures. Thus the domes, metaphysically speaking, distributed the vibrations of love and light from above through this imposed grid system, thereby spiritually irradiating the landscape and, by extension, human consciousness, with these positive, evolutionary energies. This is the key, before Adam, the Elohim. The meaning of this gnomic statement will emerge as we move through the grid. However, the doorway for this key is expressed in a single number, i.e., the number of planetary domes, 1746. In the mystical science of Kabbalah and its mathematical language of gematria, this is a number of profound significance, for it is the fusion of the primary solar, 666, and lunar, 1080, the bipolar energies behind manifestation. In Kabbalah symbolism, 1746 is the grain of mustard seed, which the Christ likened to the kingdom of heaven. It is also, symbolically, the divine man, the Spirit of God on earth, the mysteries of Jesus, the divinity of the Spirit, and others of similar import. The second key aspect of the electromagnetic 1746 grid is chakras. According to esoteric Hindu yoga, in the human etheric body there are 7 major subtle energy centers called chakras, Sanskrit for spinning wheels, ranged linearly along the vertical spinal axis from the scrotum to the crown of the head. There are anywhere from 7 to 22 minor chakras as well, distributed throughout the body. The major chakras are like electrical junction boxes, or energy transducers, for the physical body, mediating higher plane energies through the material form. The chakras are functionally affiliated with the 7 principal endocrine glands and thereby with specific organ regions of the body and with specific ascending consciousness states as well. For example, the throat chakra, called Vishuddha meaning cleansed, clarified, perfectly pure, is related to the thyroid gland and the mastery of clairaudience, intangible hearing, as in the voices of the gods, see diagram 3. Diagram 3. The human chakra system. Channels. White spiral, Pingala Nadi, solar. Dark spiral, Ida Nadi, lunar. Central line, Sushumna Nadi, neutral. From The Inner Reaches of Outer Space, Joseph Campbell, Alfred Van der Mark Editions, New York, 1986, p. 65. The 7 chakras are energetically interdependent and activated sequentially, beginning with the 2nd, proceeding to the 7th, then returning to the 1st, the root, the seat of Kundalini, the fundamental creative cosmic evolutionary energy. Similarly, in this model, the Earth, homologously, has a chakra system, arranged not in anatomical but energy sequence at 7 key dome centers. Diagram 4. Diagram 4. Planetary chakras as mapped on the human. An earth chakra, such as at the Great Pyramid of Giza, Egypt, or at Glastonbury Tor, England, is a huge energy vortex, several miles in immediate diameter and extending much further in area of influence like a 2-way swinging grid door. It is a subtle electromagnetic interface between higher, non-physical stellar energies and the material embodiment of them in the earth or human body. An earth chakra may be pictured like this. Picture tiny flowers all over the earth. Some form larger flowers and some of these form even larger flowers. Chakras are energy in one form flowing into another, like flowers opening as parts of another flower, each independent yet interdependent, similar yet dissimilar. Alternately, we can visualize a mighty wheel with many spokes.
See, we're here in Texas. And this is, I don't think it's our first freeze. Maybe this is the second or third. I'm trying to get my cat to come inside, and I don't know where he's at. Now, I dreamed last night that I seen him. His water's all frozen. Everything's frozen. My pantaloons are frozen. I just wanted to finish this video with this one because I'm looking up different books. But the way that arts goes here, we interact with this grid line like this. Let me go to the map and show you. Or at least it's like, this is the way I've experienced it working. I'd really like to have the Google Earth back on here and I could put the ley lines on it. But it eats up a lot of space. Let's go to the proper map. Pow! You gonna change it now? Does it even know where I'm at? It has no idea where you're at. Lay it back normal, flat. Yeah, I'm not over there. I'm over here. I don't know why it thinks I'm over there. Been using this for the one. Because if you see here, this is almost like a device where this is, if you put a circle around this, where this arc is around here, because we're right here. Now, you see that dot that's moving around? That dot that's moving around is checking on the chickens. See, it's taking the exact route, and then it will come back. I guess it's going to go back and meander some more. Yeah, I put the lighthouse there. I did that. You might be saying, what the fuck is going on here? And I would just retort, I don't know. But I've got some very interesting activity with this scanner. You know, if it's reading my GPS and it's moving about the yard. See, this is the front door that I'm talking about. For I am right here. As you can see. Basically sitting right here in the chair with the window behind, which is this dot in the middle. As you see, the middle. I put it on the middle. And then when I look out like this. I have to pick it up some and then look out. There's the front. But since you have the loop, and then you have the secondary loop that goes down to the river in the back, and it backs up into this. This is all like a mechanism. To get it going. Back here in the garden, I have a video where I had made a spiral out of a garden. Oh, and one of the things, whenever you plug in the plasma, which I think I broke my plasma, I'll have to work on it and see if I can fix it. They don't last very long when you do the bubble thing, because what it does is the circle that's around this thing blows the fuck up. It gets like this big. It becomes a circle like this fucking big on here from side of the screen to the side of, well, maybe not that big, hold on. It gets about 500 miles big. So it's like this. It's almost the whole state of Texas. And you can see that on the Google Earth Pro, which I have that on my TV box thing. But I'm not gonna fuck with that right now. It's too cold. And it's too early. But we will be continuing some experiments to see where's Detroit and its fractal shit. If you just go up, see, always sort of, I always think in my mind that it's straight above, and it's not. It's straight above and to the east. Oops. Anyway, that's going to be this one.